Track and field is the most beautiful sport in existence. The amount of natural ability, hard work, preparation, trust, and dedication it takes to be successful in any of the sports events is unbelievable, but to an outside viewer, it seems like they just run or just throw. The disparity of knowledge between people who have participated in the sport and people who haven't only helps to alienate track from becoming mainstream. For me, someone who eats, breathes, and sleeps track, I know good marks in almost all events. I know race strategy, different spike types, shoes and the spikes themselves, and most of the big names and rising stars of the sport. But it took me falling in love with the sport by doing it to learn all of this. This is the opposite of most mainstream American sports. I have never played a day of football in my life, and I never will. But I still know the basic rules. I know the top 10 QBs and a good amount of my team's players. But what's important is that I know this through culture. Football, basketball, baseball, and soccer all have a base of fans around the country that makes their events major and in turn, making those who don't participate still be interested because their friends and family are. Something that supports the culture and growth of these sports is the teams, something that track does not have. Track and field in the world is run in a very odd way. World Athletics, the body that creates all the rules, sets standards every year to compete in the World Championships, held at Hayward Field in Oregon last year, whether it be the indoor or outdoor seasons. In America, athletes train and compete to qualify for the American National Championship, where the top 3 from each event will move on to the World Championship. At the World Championship, athletes must run qualifying rounds, in which a certain number of top finishers and time qualifiers move on to the final. And then, after training and racing for 9 to 10 months, athletes run their one race. That training could have been for 6 seconds of running or for 2 hours of running. But everything comes down to that moment. But the problem is, no one has any stake in the results besides the athletes, their sponsors, and their coaches. No one bet that Sydney McLaughlin, 400 meters hurdles world record holder, was going to break her record again. No one talked trash about an athlete that their friends supported, and the athlete they support now has to win, so they don't look stupid. The sport just has their favorites, usually American sprinters and African distance runners, that are expected to win. But that's boring for someone who doesn't already understand the sport. What I believe needs to happen is the introduction of teams. Professional teams in track would provide the sport the mass competition that it's lacking. Sure, the battle between Aiding Mew and Keely Hodgkinson is fun to watch, but wouldn't it be elevated if they were the 800 runners on each of their teams competing for a national title? This competition is seen in the NCAA, where teams recruit based on ability to win and score points for the team title. Teams are built to have hurdlers, jumpers, sprinters, distance runners, and throwers. They're built to win. This type of team building on a professional level would raise the stakes in every event at championship meets. It would also provide professional athletes with higher compensations, something the sport is heavily lacking. The best part about this, it's already happening. Coach Bobby Kersee has many top athletes flocking to him, including Athane Mo, Sydney McLaughlin, Jenna Prandini, and Brandon Miller. Now imagine if Nike, Brooks, or New Balance, the major track contract companies, made a team and contracted more coaches and athletes to fill the roster. That is a world I would love to live in. Sadly, the only way this could ever happen is if World Athletics changes their policy, but they most likely won't. And that is why you don't care. Let me know what you think in the comments down below and please like and subscribe.